Hello, I'm Guru Scott. On this video, we're going to be changing out the front counter sprocket on my 2012 BMW F650GS 800cc twin cylinder. This sprocket is the same as on an F800GS and also a F700GS. This is a 16 tooth counter sprocket. The one that's on the machine now is 17 tooth. I'm going down a tooth because it's geared too high. When I'm going 15 miles an hour in first gear, it actually bucks because it is geared too high, so I want to take care of that. And also when I'm driving on the highway around 80, the engine overheats from the load, so I'm going to see if I can increase the RPMs and lessen the load, and so that I don't have any engine overheating problems. Now, to do this job, you're going to need a handheld torque wrench. The screws that hold on the cover that goes over the counter sprocket should go in at 5 Newton meters according to spec. I have mine set to 3 Newton meters because I'm going to use that in some low strength Loctite. You're going to need a T25 bit to remove those screws. You're going to need a 17 millimeter 6-point socket to remove the bolt that holds the counter sprocket in place. And you're going to need a torque wrench to retorque it on at 50 Newton meters, and you will be putting some low strength Loctite on. So I'm going to go over to the bike and start to pull things off, and we'll show you from there. Okay, the 3 screws that secure this on to the motorcycle are here, here, and here. Interestingly enough, this one is actually hanging loose right now. It almost had fallen out. Nice BMW quality, that's all I'll say. I read on the BMW forums that other people have found their screws to be loose. And so I'm going to take these screws out and remove this cover, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now to remove this 17 millimeter bolt, we have the gear engaged in the first. I'm going to put this on here. It's only put on with 50 Newton meters of torque at the factory, but they use Loctite. So I'm going to have to hold the brake as well and turn it. And wow, actually comes off really easy. So I don't think they Loctited it at the factory at all. So I'll go ahead and take this loose and pull the sprocket off, and we'll see what to do next. Okay, to get this off, you have to loosen your chain, and then to retighten the chain, you can watch my chain tightening video for this. So basically, we're just going to take this sprocket out of here, work it out, and then we'll have the new one to go in. You want to make sure that you put it in the correct direction. So there we go, smaller sprocket. So I'm going to reinstall that. I get that all set up, and I'll be right back. Here's the bolt that was holding the original sprocket on. You can see there was some factory applied Loctite. I'm not going to clean it off because guess what? It's not even on the threads where it belongs. It's way up here at the top where there's no threads. So no wonder it was loose. So I'm going to take some low strength Loctite, put a good amount on here, and I'm going to reinstall it into here. And I'm going to tighten it up to 50 Newton meters. So I'll do that, and I shall return. Okay, I'm ready to put the cover on. These screws are supposed to be specified at 5 Newton meters. I think that's too much for a crappy ass plastic cover. So I'm going to put them on at 3 Newton meters. But before I do that, I'm going to put some low strength Loctite on them. So I'll put the Loctite on, go ahead and install them, and I'll show you that part when I get to that. Okay, I barely snugged up the 3 bolts, and now I'm going to tighten them up to 3 Newton meters, which isn't a whole lot. There's 1, 2, 3. And since I found this bolt loose, that bothers me a lot. I'm going to go ahead and take the ones off on the chain guard and Loctite them and put them back on. Then I'll adjust my chain as per my other video. And then I will come back in the comment section later and tell you how it did. So that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching. Tschüss.